The early morning light of New York snow bathed the eaves, leaving noon in the villa awake. Police and reporters were still lingering outside. Alexander, dark circles under his eyes, sat at the dining table, clutching a press release he had received late that night. Across from him, Haley clenched her fingers into a fist, her nails digging into her palms. They said I knew the secrets of nightclub, and that I was the key person in the missing persons case. Haley's voice was hoarse, with resentment and anger in her eyes, but no one asked me how I felt. Everyone was exploiting my pain and fear. Alexander looked at her quietly, without any gentle words of comfort as before, nor any advice to be patient. He simply waited for her to finish, his eyes becoming particularly firm. We can't be passive anymore, he said gravely. Why don't we take the initiative and hold a press conference, you and I, to make everything clear? Press conference. Linda and Eric were both stunned, right? Alexander nodded. We need to present all the facts and evidence. The police, the media, and Richard's people are forcing us torture. If we don't fight back, we'll really be led astray by their script. Haley took a deep breath and finally nodded. I will confront them. I won't let anyone else speak for me anymore. That morning, Alexander's public relations team scrambled to prepare a small, improvised press conference at the villa. Reporters were allowed in batches, with police representatives and 2 lawyers in attendance. Linda and Tina were also present, cheering Haley on. In the preparation room before the press conference, Haley practiced her handwritten speech over and over again. Don't be nervous, just speak from your heart, Alexander said, holding her hand. No matter what others say about you, you're still yourself. I'll remember that. Haley smiled firmly. The press conference began. Countless flashes, microphones, and cameras were focused on Haley. The cold wind howled outside, and everyone in the room held their breath. Alexander spoke first. Today we are willing to publicly respond to all the rumors about the disappearances from the Blue Heart nightclub and the accusations against us, Haley and myself. Next, Haley took a step forward. Her voice was not loud, but clear and firm. My name is Haley Bennett, and I used to work at the Blue Heart nightclub. I've met the missing girl, but we didn't have any personnel relations. That period is a grammary for all the employees. As someone involved, I'm willing to cooperate with the police investigation and will hand over any clues I have to them. She paused and held up the old letter. This is evidence I discovered by accident. It's relevant to the case, but it has nothing to do with them. I was never involved in any crime, nor was I aware of it. As soon as the words fell, the reporters erupted in an uproar. Some shouted, "What's your relationship with Alexander? Why didn't you come forward earlier?" Richard said, "You were a key witness. How do you respond?" Haley took a breath and looked erratically at the camera. I'm just an ordinary person. I have been running away in the past, but now we will not remain silent. Anyone who wants to use me or hurt me, I will protect myself with the law and the truth. After the press conference, discussion about Haley surged on social media. Some questioned her, some criticized her, and some, for the first time, spoke out in her defense. Her courage to speak out proves she has nothing to fear. Who doesn't have a past? Should the victims be hounded for life? Support for a thorough police investigation. Before the cameras, but unable to control the panic in his eyes. In the evening after the press conference, the villa finally returned to peace. Haley slumped on the sofa, feeling completely hollowed out. Alexander gently pulled her into his arms. You did a great job. I'm proud of you. I'm scared, Haley finally cried softly. I'm scared that they will continue to investigate and that you will be implicated. You are not alone. Alexander patted her on the back. You are braver than anyone else. Late at night, Tina sneaked into the villa room, and the 2 of them lay in the bed and talked in low voices, just like their habit after get off work in the nightclub many years ago. You're crazy, Tina joked. You used to be the one who was most afraid of getting into trouble. Yes, but if you run away, now, you'll lose everything. Do you still trust Alexander? I believe him. He has so many unspeakable difficulties, but he has always protected me. Haley wiped away her tears and said firmly, no matter what the outcome is, I will be with him to face it together. Meanwhile, the atmosphere in Richard's office was tense. A subordinate whispered, the police have uncovered the financial links between us and the nightclub case, and media opinion is beginning to favor Haley. Richard was silent for a while, then finally grinned. It doesn't matter, the real secret hasn't been exposed yet. Let them be proud for a few days. In the early morning, Alexander was drinking alone in his study. Haley walked in and asked softly, do you regret bringing into this world? Never, he stroked her hair. You are my only hope. The 2 sat together in silence, watching snowflakes fall outside the window. The storm was still raging, but for the first time, Haley felt she had the courage to face it all. That morning, the headlines changed. Haley Bennett speaks out for the first time. Police obtain key evidence, potential breakthrough in old nightclub case. Countless people reassessed her fate, awaiting the next breaking news, and yet, caught between light and shadow, she quietly walked towards her new life.
Please stay tuned for the next episode.
See you there.